Today we're looking at a collection of 8 fantastic and totally free games on Linux. These games are available on most Linux distributions as part of the package manager, so it should be easy for anyone to get hold of. These are also FOSS games, so free open source software. Therefore there's nothing hidden, anyone can see the source code, so you can check these out for yourself. This isn't necessarily the best Linux games available, as there are games on Steam, GOG and other sources. However, we're focusing today on games that are on the actual Linux package managers. This is a mixture of strategy games, shoot 'em ups, platform games, something for everyone here. So, let's not waste any more time and let's start on the list. Starting off we have AssaultCube. There are quite a few first person shooters on this list. This is something that's quite common in the Linux game library. This particular one is based on the Cube engine. There's a few other games which you'll find, such as Cube, Cube 2, which are also based on the same engine. These are classic first-person shooter deathmatch environments. You can play online multiplayer or solo. If playing solo, you can set up bot matches. You can do 2v2, 4v4, etc, etc. The bots are pretty good, so you should have a reasonable challenge even if you play solo. There's quite a few options for graphics and sound, and it does look pretty good. Not the best looking game that you'll find, it has a sort of early 2000s look and feel to it. But the gameplay is nice, really fast, lots of good weapons and power-ups available. Overall, it's a fun game, definitely worth trying out. Next on the list is The Battle for Wesnoth. This is a turn-based strategy game with a fantasy theme. This one has really nice pixel style graphics and a sort of 80s feel to it. There are actually 17 single player campaigns and 55 multiplayer maps currently to choose from. Can be played online as well or completely solo. Another one that's highly recommended, particularly if you like turn-based strategy games, but really a game anyone could enjoy. The story campaign is good for teaching you the basics, and before long you'll be up to speed. Once you start this game, you could end up spending days on it. So, download it and give it a go. And this is Project Starfighter, a space-based shoot 'em up. In this one you have full range of motion around the screen, moves a little bit like asteroids, but plays more like a standard shoot 'em up. There are multiple stories and missions to work your way through, star maps, warps, all sorts of things to get into. This is a nice fun little game with good graphics. This one is nice and easy to get started on, and it does get difficult after a while. There's a large variety of enemies to deal with, and overall it's a lot of fun. If you like space-based shoot 'em ups, this is definitely one to try out. Considering that it's free, there's no excuse to miss out on this game. Give it a go, maybe you'll like it too. This next game is Flare. If you've ever played a Diablo game, this is very similar. Graphics in this are actually very nice, and good sound as well. I had a lot of fun playing this game, but I did like the old Diablo games. There's a lot to explore, lots of enemies, quests, missions. It's a great game. Guaranteed to have a lot of fun playing this one. Overall, it's just a great game. I only discovered this one recently and I've put quite a lot of time into it already. It has a nice spooky atmosphere and sets the mood very well. Check it out, I'm sure you'll enjoy it. And here we have Surge the Rabbit. Quite obviously this is a Sonic the Hedgehog clone, and a pretty good clone at that. The most interesting thing about this one is that this game is actually a demo of sorts for a game creation system. So, once you get into this you can actually create your own levels and create your own game. As such, Surge the Rabbit is a really good proof of concept for this system. And it's a good Sonic clone as well. The graphics do have that Sonic look, and after a few minutes playing the levels you will totally feel at home if you're a Sonic fan. So, if you want to create your own levels, or even create your own game, download this, give it a go, and then go check out the software creation tools. Surge might not be Sonic, but he's not far behind. Next on our list is World of Padman. This one is certainly a little bit strange. It's based around a cartoon series and comic strip, and there's a whole culture around this one. Basically it's a first person shooter, however it does have a rather unique style, look and charm about it. The humour and aesthetic of this game sets it apart from the usual first person shooters. It is extremely colourful and the graphics are very nice. The action is very fast paced and I died a lot, but I'm rubbish at first person shooters so I die a lot in all of them, so that's nothing unusual. However, if you like deathmatch style first person shooters and you're willing to try something a little bit different, then go check this one out. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. SuperTuxKart. Well, SuperTuxKart had to be on this list. It's got to be on any list of top free Linux games. This is a great game, similar to Super Mario Kart. This game has been around for quite a while and is updated relatively regularly, and more tracks and player carts. As a multiplayer game, this is fantastic fun. However, it can also be played solo, and there's enough courses to keep you busy. If you go online, you can download new carts and courses. There's also several game modes available. You have normal race, time trial, follow the leader, battle, soccer and the mysterious egg hunt game. I've been playing this one for years, both online and solo, and there's still a relatively healthy amount of people online to play against. This is an absolute classic Linux game. If you've never played it before, you definitely have to download it and give it a go. This would be my favourite free Linux game if it weren't for the next game in the list, but we'll get to that in just a second. So yeah, absolutely, SuperTuxKart, a must play for fans of Mario Kart and just a wonderful game overall. S.G.E. This is not only a great free Linux game, this is a great game overall. This is a real-time strategy game quite similar to the Age of Empires series. In S.G.E. you take charge of your civilization and the goal is to grow and expand. You will of course come across other civilizations. You can attempt to negotiate with them and make them an ally, or you can treat them as an enemy. There's also an option to be neutral, in which case they won't attack you as long as you don't attack them. Gather resources, make buildings and take over the world. I honestly can't say enough good things about this game. I've spent hours and hours and hours on it. For a free game, this is very polished. In the options screen, you can set up the game exactly how you want it. You can choose which opponents you come up against and how strong they'll be. You can then choose which map you want to play on and turn on or off additional features. For example, you can make the win conditions last man standing or capture the flag. I could spend hours explaining all the intricacies of this game. There's just so much to it. If you enjoy real-time strategy games, and particularly things similar to Age of Empires series, then absolutely download and play this game. S.G.E. is just fantastic, and I really hope you enjoy this one as much as I do. Well, that's it for today, so thanks very much for watching, and I hope you can join me again soon. Thank you, and bye bye.